Tell me what your full legal name is, if you would.
I'm an appellation known as, all capital letters, Drew James Peltola, with a common law copyright as a sui juris human, as a non-citizen, a non-American national. Do you want my copyright on this? Do you want me as a human or me as a sui juris non-citizen national? Honest to God, I'm not even on drugs anymore. I wasn't sick. The only reason.
Hold on.
Nope. Today we've got a completely different courtroom moment. A self-proclaimed legal expert who insists on representing himself, but clearly has no idea what he's doing. He keeps interrupting the judge, quoting random laws from the internet, and somehow still believes he's winning the case. The judge is trying to stay calm. The prosecutor is barely holding back a laugh, and the audience, totally speechless. It's chaos mixed with confidence. Let's see how long this courtroom showdown lasts, and if he can actually talk his way out of this one.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you today?
Not too bad. Feeling a little rough, sore from being in a holding cell 3 days, but other than that, I'm okay.
All right, let me call your matter so we're on the record, please. People of the state of Michigan versus Drew James Peltola, 247819SM. Mr. Peltola appears from the Dickinson County Jail. Counsel at first appearance is Abby Anderson, who appears via video Zoom. And the prosecution is not here today of their own choosing. Mr. Peltola, before we went on the record, indicated he could hear me adequately, and he was all right other than being sore from being in the holding cell for 3 days. In respect to the matter, then, Mr. Peltola, I do have an advice of rights here with your signature. I do see it looks like the copyright insignia. I know that we have discussed the issue of the sovereign citizen in the past. Mr. Peltola, can you tell me what your position is today, please? After tell me what your full legal name is, if you would.
Okay, I'm an appellation known as, all capital letters, Drew James Peltola, with a common law copyright as a sui juris human, as a non-citizen, a non-American national. That's defined in the United States Code. I'd like to have my lawyer finish talking. She told me not to talk unless she could talk first.
Okay, so this next guy claims he's not a citizen, but rather a universal being under natural law. Yep. I don't know what that means either. He's quoting YouTube philosophers, citing space treaties, and somehow thinks gravity is a government conspiracy. His poor lawyer looks like he's aged 10 years in 5 minutes. I swear, every time he opens his mouth, it's like watching a TED Talk written by Google Translate. If anyone out there can decode what he's saying, please enlighten the rest of us, because I'm completely lost. All right, let's jump back into the madness.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Anderson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed these matters with Mr. Peltola. First, he agrees to be referred to as Mr. Peltola for purposes of these hearings. We have gone over both the advice of rights for misdemeanor and bond violation. He indicated he understood and signed both. As to the allegations, we went over the maximum penalties. We would waive the formal reading. He is tendering not guilty pleas and requested an attorney. Ms. Mashik Lasala has assigned Nancy Schaub to represent him.
All right, very well. As indicated by Ms. Anderson, Mr. Peltola has agreed for purposes of his criminal prosecution to be referred to as Drew James Peltola. His position in respect to how he should be recognized legally has been stated for the record and is preserved for the record, as well as stated on the advice of rights form concerning both the general misdemeanor advice of rights. Although the bond violation advice of rights doesn't so indicate, the court will recognize his position for purposes of both advice of rights. Concerning the matter then, is this a good mailing address for you, Mr. Peltola, on River Street in Niagara?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying to move back into Michigan, so I've been working, and that's the address that I use because that's my domicile. I always return to every day or once a week or whatever. Because the Michigan residents, I'm not even sure. I would not like to talk about that in court, but I'm trying to move back into Michigan. I'm just having a heck of a time doing it.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do then, Mr. Peltola. Over there. Let's see if I have one in my file first. Ms. Anderson, I don't see a waiver of extradition. It sounds like he's going to need to go back and forth to Wisconsin, and we'll address that momentarily. In respect to the matter, though, Mr. Peltola, there is a waiver of extradition form over there at the jail. I'm going to have you sign that if you need to go into Wisconsin as part of this. In regard to the matter, then, what?
How do you want me to sign this? If you want my copyright, do you want me sui juris? Just so you understand, like I wasn't trying to harm you or any other woman.
Go ahead.
Do you want my copyright on this? Do you want me as a human or me as a sui juris non-citizen national?
I just want your signature and the date, and whatever you want to put in addition to that is fine with me.
All right, thank you. Can I have a pen?
I'm not going to lie. This next courtroom moment has completely broken my brain. We've got a guy who insists he's part of some ancient royal bloodline, but then turns around and pleads for a public defender. Like, pick a lane, my guy. You can't claim to rule the land and then ask for legal aid. It's like watching someone try to drive with a flat tire while giving directions to the mechanic. I genuinely don't know if he's trolling or serious, but either way, this courtroom just turned into a comedy show with legal subtitles. All right, let's jump back in before this man accidentally crowns himself king of the courtroom.
Your Honor, while Mr. Peltola is signing that, we did discuss the waiver of extradition. He just wanted that answer clarified prior to signing, but he is aware of what the waiver of extradition is.
Very good. Thank you. All right. I'll enter not guilty pleas on behalf of Mr. Peltola. Ms. Anderson indicates that he's qualified, and he is being assigned by MIDC. Ms. Schaub, we're going to set bond violation hearing. We might as well do the pretrial at the same time. And a jury trial as follows.
You want the jury trial within 20?
Yes, just to be safe.
Okay. Pretrial conference and bond violation hearing on February 21st at 1:45 p.m. Jury trial March 8th at 9 a.m.
All right, you'll get these dates in writing, Mr. Peltola. In respect
Yes.
to the waiver of extradition, then I want to go over it with you briefly as well.
All right, cool.
In
I can
respect-
wait. You want me to stop filling this out?
Really, all you need to do, yeah, go ahead. You finish, and then I'll go, and then I'll talk. You let me know when you're ready.
I'll just sign it real quick on the bottom of it, and they can take care of the rest of it. I'll sign it properly. The bottom law might be wrong. It's been a while since I've read the Unified Court, but I believe this is right. I signed it for you correctly. So.
All right, perfect. All right, if you give that to the jailer, Mr. Peltola, I want to go over with you what it means to sign that waiver. I know we've done this before, but I'll just refresh your memory. And let me start by saying, so long as you come back to court voluntarily for all your court appearances, this does not become relevant. But if you don't come back to court, let's say, for example, you stayed in Niagara or somewhere else like that, normally you're entitled to what's called an extradition hearing before you are returned to Michigan to fight the charges that you didn't come back to court for.
Yes.
Under an extradition hearing umbrella, you have the right to an open court hearing. You have the right to have a lawyer at that hearing. And if you're indigent or without funds, one is assigned for you. The purpose of an extradition hearing allows you to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. For example, you could demand issuance and service of a Michigan governor's warrant for your arrest. You have the right to obtain a writ of habeas corpus. Like I said, all to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. When you sign a waiver, what?
I said I won't resist, man.
I'm just explaining to you what that document is that you're signing, okay, for the record. That's all. I'm not suggesting, implying, or anything else. I'm just explaining, all right?
Thank you.
All right. So when you sign that waiver, then what that means is, and like I said to start with, so long as you come back to court, everything is hunky-dory or everything is all right. But if you don't come back, when you sign that waiver, you have given up your right to that type of a hearing that I just explained. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So that's what that means. So when I'm setting bond, I need that form back because I'm going to do the following in respect to your bond. And this can cover both the bond violation and the underlying charge of disorderly. All right. First off, you must sign a waiver of extradition as a condition of your bond. So long as you do, you can go back and forth between Michigan and Wisconsin for residency, court appearances, family visitation. If it expands beyond that, talk to your lawyer first, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You are not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or non-prescribed controlled substances. You must submit to random PBTs and drug screens as a condition of your release. Don't go into businesses that sell alcohol for use inside, such as bars and taverns. Do not engage in any assaultive, threatening, harassing, or intimidating behavior towards any person while you are on bond. All right, so you are in one of those unique positions, Mr. Peltola, where you have come before the court for your arraignment. Already behind you, or what you're being arraigned on, is both the underlying charge and a bond violation. So usually people will have an underlying charge, and then whatever, week 2, 3 later, they come back with the bond violation. And when people are arraigned, I always give them a talk and tell them that if you come back with a bond violation, you're going to make it really hard for me to say, gee, I should let you back out into the community again. You, however, have not had that talk. You are having it today, and you are having it on both the underlying charge and the bond violation.
So this guy's back in court again, and somehow he's surprised the judge isn't buying his, I don't recognize your authority routine. He's already broken the rules once, but now he's acting shocked that there are consequences. It's wild to me how someone can claim the law doesn't apply to them, right up until they want the law to cut them a break. He's talking in circles. His attorney looks like he's rethinking his career choices, and the judge's patience is hanging by a thread. Honestly, it's like watching someone argue with gravity. You're not going to win, but it's entertaining to watch them try. Anyway, let's see how this legal roller coaster plays out.
So my pep talk is this, Mr. Peltola. I'm going to set the bond accordingly and give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you come back in here with another violation, I'm going to say, gee, Mr. Peltola, I had the talk with you, and you went out and did the same thing I told you not to do. So I'm telling you, don't violate your bond and make me have a reason to keep you in custody pending resolution of your case. I'll set your bond right now at 1,000 PR. That's on both the bond violation and the underlying charge. They're going to let you back out, Mr. Peltola. Don't go back out and start drinking and do this again because, like I said, you'll leave me no choice. All right?
Oh, Your Honor, honest to God, I'm not even on drugs anymore. I wasn't sick. The only reason.
Hold on.
Nope.
I can see Miss Anderson almost doing cartwheels back there. She does not want you to talk until you have a chance to talk to your lawyer. Is that right, Miss Anderson?
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Peltola, do you understand? She wants you to talk to your lawyer before you tell me anything, all right?
Yes, I understand, Ms. Lacoste, or Judge Lacoste.
Thank you, Mr. Peltola. We will see you soon. Your bond will come over, your writing dates, your lawyers. Make sure you call her when you get out and, you know, have a meeting with her. All right, Mr. Peltola?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else on this file then, Miss Anderson?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Peltola.
You as well.
Thank you.
This guy almost talked himself straight into another charge. It's honestly impressive how fast he can turn a simple question into a full-blown confession. It's like watching someone speedrun their own downfall. And the excuses? Priceless. He's over here blaming energy shifts and unfair vibrations for his behavior, when in reality, the only thing he's guilty of is making terrible choices in HD. Credit to the judge, though. She kept her cool the whole time when most people would have just hit the mute button. I still don't understand how someone can preach about rejecting the system but then rely on it to bail them out. Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. Let me know what you think of this courtroom chaos down below.